In your view, would it ever be justified to use more extreme interrogation methods in an emergency situation, such as to gather in the information on an impending terrorist attack?
In a word, no. However, I'm very conscious of something that I think is usually called in the States the Dershowitz doctrine. There are some proponents in the United States, including at least one Supreme Court judge there, who believe that in a ticking bomb scenario it would be justifiable to use torture. I do not believe that torture is ever justifiable or necessary. In the United Kingdom, we do have, very importantly, a law of self-defence, which excuses someone from certainly a conviction of murder if they are acting in what they reasonably believe to be and honestly believe to be the defence of themselves or others. I can foresee a situation in which police officers and others might, in order to secure information where the bomb is ticking, use violence, but I don't think that falls within the definition of torture. It has to fall within the definition of self-defence.
Could you say a little bit more about what you mean by violence in that instance?
Yes. I mean, let's take an example. It's easy to think of a scenario. If you were to take the Glasgow airport situation, where a vehicle bomb was driven into the doors of the airport. Now, Dr. Ahmed, who was the driver of the vehicle, was burned and unfortunately died. But supposing he had been pulled safely from the vehicle by a hefty police officer, and the police officer asked him if there were other bombs, and he said, "You'll have to wait and see." I don't think one could criticise the police officer for taking him by the scruff of the neck in order to save possibly thousands of other people and threatening him. And indeed it might have the effect of saving thousands of other people in that absolutely critical scenario. And I do not believe that any sensible prosecutor would ever allow a prosecution of a police officer who acted in the public interest in doing that. But that is a very different situation from deliberately picking someone up on the street, taking them into, say, a police station, and making them stand hooded for 24 hours in order to obtain information from them. That's inexcusable. It's not part of our law, and the House of Lords Supreme Court has said so very firmly.